If you've ever seen my channel before, you know that I work with Sweetwater a lot. They just hit me up. They're like, hey, Sean, we are inundated with emails about people confusing you for Bootsy Collins. Really common misconception. I understand it. But to make matters worse, they sent me the BAE 1073 desktop mic preamp. So this thing is pretty legendary. I've known about this for a long time, but we're gonna make some music for it. So let's take a closer look at it, and then we'll record some stuff. Okay, so here it is right here. So you see that there's XLR inputs and outputs, and then the DI, really cool right here. So this is the Bootsy Collins mod is what they call it. Basically it's a DI with the Jensen transformer, and you also have 2 throughputs, all right? This is the stepped gain in 5 dB increments. They recommend to keep the level output all the way out to get the cleanest signal. And then you also have 48 volt phantom power, and then a phase button right there. So we're gonna check it out and see how it sounds, because this is a pretty awesome unit. All right, so if you followed me at all the last couple months, you know that I have fallen in love with baritone guitar. So the first thing I'm gonna do here, I just have a little drum loop that I threw up in 3/4. Maybe you've heard this song before. It's one of my originals. So the way I'm gonna do this, I'm going to mic up the D'Angelico baritone through the AC15. I got a Sennheiser mic just over the cab, and that is going into the BAE DMP. So levels look pretty good. We're just gonna start vibing here and see what we got, and then I can build the track around this, rhythm track, I guess. Alright, now I got the Jazzmaster out. This is where I'm really excited about this, because you can also go direct in. So I'm not going to use the amp. I'm going to go Jazzmaster direct in, but I'm also going to use the amp because I have a through out. I actually have 2 throughs, DI throughs. So I'm going to run this in to the BAE, and then I'm going to run the DI through out back to the amp, record the mic on the amp in a different input, and then also record the DI guitar, so I can do whatever I want with that, and it's going to be super clean because, again, it's this BAE ridiculous awesome unit. So I'm going to add some kind of melody rhythm stuff on top of it using this little 2-track DI also mic'd up trick here. So I want to fast forward. This is the moment that actually made me a believer in the 1073 on guitars, was that direct input. All right, so here it is, just the that little melody kind of thing. This is the DI, okay, and I'm gonna do it just clean here. Versus how it sounds with the mic'd up AC15, with really just has like the reverb going on with that. Now they both sound amazing, but I'm so impressed with the DI for this. Every time I've ever gone like electric guitar into a DI, it just sounds super thin. And like you really have to like EQ it after the fact to like add any kind of body to it. But here's how this sounds when you add like a reverb plugin. This is the Arturia Rev Intensity, which is my favorite reverb plugin. And then you add that to the AC15 and then maybe pan them both directions. Amazing. I'm so sold on this. And this is probably how I'm going to record guitars for the rest of my life now. So the thing I've seen this unit used most for is actually as a DI for bass. So I'm just going to do some simple stuff. I've fallen in love with the sound of picked bass palm muted. So we're going to do that and then add it to the mix. So the one thing that you don't want to do is put too much stuff in a mix, is what I'm kind of learning doing all this stuff. But I am going to mic some acoustic guitar now. Soyuz 1973, you can use the Martin M38 going into the BAE. And then we're just gonna kind of arrange the whole thing to kind of bring stuff in and out and keep it fresh, because this is a pretty short kind of song. So we're just gonna have components going in and out, but I'm gonna add the acoustic guitar now. Alright, so now I'm kind of mixing it, and I do want to talk about this new plugin that I found. This is the Strymon Deco tape saturator delay. This is also a pedal, which I'm going to be getting soon, but they have a plugin version of it, which is amazing. So real quick, let's just hear, I'm just putting it on the whole mix. Hear how it ties everything together. So this is without the plugin on. Ties everything together in like such an awesome way, and it instantly adds even more vibe to what's going on. You have a couple different voices. You can do like a super lo-fi thing with like a cassette type deal. So let's hear the cassette part. With the cassette thing, you can go full on and get like a cool lo-fi thing, or just use it to just glue everything together. Sounds awesome. I highly recommend this plugin. So one other thing that I've been consistent with over the years is that I do not like the sound of DI guitar into software. I feel like this changes it. This is like the first time where I've been like, ooh, this is actually superior, because you get the option of getting the DI through the Jensen along with whatever you might want to amp, if you want to amp it, and then you have both of them. But yeah, this thing is awesome. Huge believer in the 1073 hype now. So if you want to join me, hit the affiliate link in the description. Thank you to Sweetwater. Thank you to BAE for sending this over. And if you guys have any questions or comments on the song, I'm going to keep working on that, and I should have the finished product out soon. But thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.